Hi everyone, welcome to today's read. So this is going to be just an update. Obviously Princess Catherine, not obviously, I think obviously in terms of most of you would have seen that Princess Catherine was seen in the car with her mother driving, and I think loads of people are saying that it could be a fake Princess Catherine, like it could be Pippa, her sister. Honestly speaking, I don't think it is fake. Now, I'm not saying that it would be impossible. AI is so advanced at the moment, so I don't think it is impossible, but the energy, I feel it was her. And honestly, I feel like it was meant. It was kind of like, it wasn't meant as in, I think that might be too strong on the camera. I don't think it was meant as in they were going somewhere. I think it was planned to calm the chaos of the media, to calm the chaos of what everyone is saying, to calm the chaos of everything that is happening, in terms of also people saying she's dead, she's been hid, and she's been silenced, and all that sort of stuff. And so maybe if you're tuning into this where I say that, please, I don't say please, but in general, be careful what you watch, because a lot of it is just for clickbait. And I know it's not entertaining necessarily when you see readings that are not based on such dramatic outcomes or in-betweeners or whatever, a storyline that has an in-between twist. And I said it from the beginning, I knew she, I never doubted that she was not alive, okay? I believe this was strategized for her to go out and be seen so that it calms things down. Things have got just really, really wild in terms of what public is saying, media is saying, the platforms, the readers, everyone is saying. And I understand behind it there's a growth idea for platforms or people that are just on the, on a public platform, but it's all down to a person, I guess, how they operate. And so I believe the energy was her. That's my belief. I also want to refer back to the last few readings I've been doing. There's been like a Queen of Swords, a King of Swords energy, where I mentioned I really do feel like now they've got not a team, but they've got someone that they're more or less advisors, there's a critical stages in terms of advisors, and I think I said it in the Camilla read. Not many people have seen that read, so I don't think they were interested in her energy, but you need to know that her energy will tie into other energies, and though the title might be on a distinct person, it would be probably mostly about that person, but it's going to cover other elements, and I think I covered Harry in that as well, and his court case. So it's always worth watching, because also with true readers tapping in, you're going to see how certain cards may repeat, and we got 3 cards that did repeat. Now the energy with Prince William and then Camilla, there was definitely an energy where I said there was a tower moment, but it didn't necessarily feel like grief. But what I understood from your comments is there was news about Thomas Kensington, and there was just so much overwhelm in Prince William's energy that day, and it wasn't something he necessarily planned to do to cancel. I think that energy around that is a bit weird as well. I think, did they announce it was suicide? So, I mean, obviously that means there was struggles there, there's something weird there. I was thinking to do a read, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to do a reading on a missing child from the US. That today I was trying to sort of just get into knowing in my head until I disconnected. My head really, really hurt. Really, really hurt, heavy at the back of the head. So I'm going to probably look into that. But I might do a read on this. Anyway, so what I wanted to do, I was going back to the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. I really do think that what they're trying to do is make sure they have the right people that give them the right advice, in terms of going forward, in terms of what's getting put out, in terms of what they need to do. And I feel like this I don't want to say that it was a strategy, as in it's a delusional strategy, but it is to calm the chaos down. So there's a strategy behind it. Now, yes, everyone's like, Carol was looking like proper ferocious and mama bear, and she, oh my god, let me just check it's recording. I don't know why I thought it wasn't recording. Okay. And maybe she was, obviously. They were like, they both don't look happy. They've been told to do this. Or, you know, some people that are saying it was fake are saying, obviously, that they were going somewhere, but she's fake. And just so that the media knows she's alive, but she's not actually here. So there's a lot of conspiracy theories. Now, yes, I keep wanting to say Pippa, but Carol doesn't look very necessarily happy. But then I also want to bring to people's attention, sometimes don't just look at the energy. So for example, yes, they might have said, just, I think this would be a good idea to do it, and maybe she didn't necessarily want to do it, or they both didn't necessarily want to do it. But obviously they have a free will to say no, and somewhat they knew that it was the right thing to do. And probably I would have said Kate, because she wants her privacy maintained. She probably would have also seen it as a good idea, because like I said in her reading, I felt like they were getting a protective thing around her, like a blessing around her. And I do still think that that is something to somewhat they've done, but not the extent that I was that I'm indicating that they will be doing. Okay, so there's something else about her as well. I'll see if it comes in the cards. While I was preparing, I don't know if it's going to be at the beginning of this shoot or not, as long as there's not much background noise. You'll see that I was getting these cards, and then Spirit told me to pull the 7th card. It's the Queen of Pentacles. So she will come back and she will hold that reign. But obviously energies can change, okay? So that I feel that was very significant given the reading, and I was just pulling the cards, and Spirit was like, pull number 7, the 7th card, and that's it. So let's look at this whole thing about her appearing in the car. What I wanted to say with Carol, if I didn't, sorry, is that have a think of, like, if you've got press in front of you and you're going and you know all the press and the media, and I think I need to take a breath because I'm thinking of the time I have to do this read at the same time, just plowing through and maybe giving a bit of a rushed energy. Right, so take a deep breath. She's going to have, like, they're going to be knowing that there's going to be press that might catch them. And we know that the press can jump in front of a car or whatever. That takes extreme concentration, especially when you're like, any little thing that I do wrong, not only can I hurt someone, but I'm in a position that the press are capturing everything. That itself takes extreme focus. It takes that extreme focus and energy that will be shown in your body and in your face that is quite rigid as well as not necessarily wanting to maybe do it, but knowing it was the right thing. So for those of people that are saying the royals told them that they have to do it, and they were both in a really bad mood about doing it, obviously we want to, I think there would have been this discussion a couple of days before or whatever. It wasn't, okay, today you need to do it by 9 AM or something, and so that they wouldn't have the time to emotionally absorb what needs to be done and sort of agree. But yeah, so just think of those things when you maybe listening into the psychic reads. So I think it was a strategy. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, sometimes that comes up, that I see is around having the right people, the press advising them right now. I feel Prince William's energy. I don't want to go too much into this energy, but he's very much on strategy to keep the face. He feels it's all crumbling. He's trying as much as he can to feel, to keep that face front, especially when you know there's people behind you that might be wanting you to crumble. And seeing what's happening, where I said that he doesn't have Kate as his strong backbone, and I said from maybe a month or 6 weeks ago, whenever I started doing a bit more of the readings. In my opinion, I don't know, like I've repeated it a couple of times, but Harry could have been very significant for him, is very significant for him. He needs Harry, but he's not going to be open to Harry. But that would have been the ideal positioning, because it's kind of like having a wingman. So oh, it's too many cards. There we go. See what I was saying? Queen of Swords. I just want to get more cards, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm asking. Interesting cards. Look at this. Ten of Pentacles, the Sun, the Death card, the Ace of Wands, the Fool at the bottom of the deck, the Moon, the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands. Okay, so her energy on that day, definitely it was, like I said, I believe it was strategy. It was strategy. It was to keep the face, okay, keep the face of the whole thing and just calm everything down, put an end to what was happening, and just sort of make sure that the media and what is happening out there is actually on the right side, and also the attention and the passion and the liking is also supportive in alliance, as opposed to anything that might come in to knock that off. All right, if that's making sense. Then that's that new vision, putting an end to what is hidden, especially around the family unit and her presence. Okay, and then, you know, also the external and the burden around the conflict, the external, what this one's saying, that one's saying, and it's just been a heavy burden. So I mean, if we want to respect someone's energy and time where they want to be away, this is it. I feel a lot of her energy is also on emotional stuff. You know, I said that in the last read, it's not only physical. And here we've got the World card, okay, significant placements of Taurus, Scorpio, Leo and Aquarius. Does she have Aquarius somewhere in her chart? I'm feeling that somewhere in her chart. Showing that she's in good health, okay? Showing that she's, you know, this is sort of like, in the car, it's like that offering of showing she is, you know, alive. You know, I'm not saying she's in the best health, but where there's a lot of not seeing, not being able to see her, a lot of illusion, a lot of delusion, a lot of lies, a lot of fear, energy, a lot of resentment in some essence from somewhere. Just that offering of being in the car to see her, and, you know, trying to calm the energies down there around the whole, also around what is happening around the monarch, where, you know, the constant needs to be kind of like a fight against what is being said. Now, I just want to look at something else while I'm here. was the first card, Death. That was, sorry. So Prince William's energy towards the media and the speculation is that there needs to be an end to this. He really just wants to put an end to it, okay? He is, by the way, he's tapping into his intuition quite a bit. I do think he's listening and getting signs along the way. I'm going to put that over, okay? So, the High Priestess is really about the significance of honoring and in this energy I'm talking about, understanding his personal strength, and that he can take that strength. He is in a positioning to try to mitigate and just say that he wants some of this energy calmed down and do some things around it. And we can see that he's trying to do that with that World card. So ending something, we've got the Death here, trying to end that, but then as well trying to do it in a loving essence. And I believe this is obviously to what Catherine would accept. Maybe he's treading on eggshells around that, but he's done it from a loving perspective and not a absorbed perspective. Although he knows that the necessity of clear communication, that, you know, being in the car, doing that, but clearing communication of all the rumbles in the media, society, all the rumors that are just off the, you know, just beyond, need calming down so that things can move forward in the right direction. What comes after the Chariot? Yeah, the Seven of Swords in reverse. So opposed to the lies and the deceit that is out there, it's all cleared in the right way, if that makes sense, without the hidden strategies that people might be building on, playing on, etc. Trying to bury some of that, just trying to really put an end to it. And here he knows that his focus is also in terms of what the universe is gifting him, which is his next chapter. And like I said, that is a bit of his focus. And he sees it as a gift, by the way, that he's going to be king. He sees it as a gift, even though it's overwhelming. There's some form of gratitude here. And he feels this prosperity, yet he with this particular energy, I don't think he was very happy with what is happening, okay? Let's just put these cards while I ask the question. I'm asking now, what's Catherine's energy towards interesting cards. Right, I might not have these in order, okay? So I'll take them as I see. See what I mean about a lot of emotional kind of working through emotional burnout, I think. here we see Catherine's view about all the media, the speculation, the talk is really, you know, she's not happy about it. It actually puts her a step back in terms of feeling like she's healing, in terms of feeling like she can actually come back a lot quicker. Here, you know, where she's being offered stuff, I think she's actually rejecting it because I feel like it's making it a bit more difficult, this mentally and emotionally here. Do you know when you're like, oh God, you know, all I wanted was to take a break. I'm trying to recover. I've been through, you know, whatever I've been through. I've said some of the things she's been through. And it's not getting any easier. It's getting heavier. It's like you're in a, you're discontented by what you're seeing in the media and the environment, you know, and yeah, you're not happy with it. There is also a bit of wariness, okay? And so this is her like, okay, I'll do what I need to do. But, you know, the Five of Pentacles in reverse and then the Star card in reverse. The Star card is what I really, and then the Three of Swords. That is a concern on how she is feeling. You know, it should be the Star card in the upright, and I'm not saying her health is getting worse. What I'm asking here is, how does she feel about all this speculation and what's going out in the media? And here we've got sort of the monarch and the karmic balance that needs to come in. And she, you know, there's obviously Prince William can carry the King of Pentacles. It can also be King Charles. A justice, a balance there, a rightness that she knows that she needed to make in terms of what is being out there. So I believe she was on par of agreeing to do that. Anyone who's saying, you know, not. Here, you know, the Star in reverse is a bit of arrogance. And then we've got the Three of Swords, heavy grief and heartache. So I don't think the energy of what, you know, is being put out there is helping. I'm sorry to say to those that are just doing whatever they're doing. There's something about the word rupture as well, which is interesting here. I do think I need to pull a few more cards to see what comes after that Three of Swords. Remember, I'm asking here, what does she think of the current energies of all the speculation, what is being said, etc. Like I said, the Five of Pentacles here is kind of disorder, the chaos, the ruin that is happening around around the media, and she feels it, by the way, she feels it. And then it leads to that Star card, and the Star card is, you know, the arrogance, the impotence, not being able to heal. And then we've got the Three of Swords. So to me, that says that it's not helping. It isn't helping. This is interesting. So then we've got, after the Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the renewal of love, you know, a new judgment around that coming in. The Knight of Wands, the Sagittarius placement, and the Two of Cups. I think she is here, she knows that she needs to be supportive of William in this. And I don't mean that in terms of pressure, but I feel like this actually, in somewhat, they agreed to, and it's through the love that they have for each other. They knew that there needed to be a judgment. Now, what's interesting here, there's two cards that talk about very much karmic period of time, and these cards are showing it. So when I look at it as the energies of, you know, what's out there in the media, the speculation, the stories, there's something about it that's quite karmic. Okay. And I feel like some of what's happening and what is going on overall in general is actually bringing them together in some way of like, okay, we need to be our backbones together again. You know, I think it's reviving. Maybe if their energy was a bit off towards each other, although he has been really worried about her. I might revisit these cards in the next reading, especially if they come up. If not, I hopefully will be able to remember, because I would like to ask what they are. And see, this is her energy in taking a rest, and the heavy burden. The heavy burden, and this could be her beliefs and the monarch, okay, also her family. And there's that Queen of Swords we get back to, and the Queen of Swords or the King of Swords that we see that advise how to move forward and waiting for the outcome of that movement forward. This is interesting. She still feels the heavy burden of when she I need to hide that card, of actually resting, needing to rest. I feel very mixed energies here. We talked about the media. I talked about something quite karmic about everything that is happening. She feels like there's a burden around something within, you know, maintaining that image of being, you know, professional and proper, the monarch. She can't do that right now. And if we put pressure on her to always have to attend these things, it's not going to help her, okay? So I just want to say that. I'm going to leave this here, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, subscribe, and I will see you in our next reading. Just to let you know, okay, no, it's fine. I'll discuss the channel and other stuff in the next reading. Take care, and bye for now, everyone.